Everyone, please say together 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu,
Sadhu,
sadhu.
sadhu.
Good evening to everyone. Today too, before I start, as usual, I would like to wish may you have a very good evening with a lot of spiritual development. We have been coming for a long way. Through a long way. And we have now we only have if we keep aside this day, we only have 2 more sittings to complete to finish 2023 year. And when you look back, you can see that you have at least somewhat progressed in your practice and in your life. It's dedication is hard. There are so many obstacles that you had to go through, but I appreciate that you had the courage. That you had the courage to surpass them, surpass those obstacles, and you stayed being dedicated to the practice. That's why if you got any success, you got it. And I wish that may you be able to continue your practice, and may you be able to develop in your spiritual path further and further and further, right? And then I apologize. Normally we do the meditation session on Fridays, but we can't do it this time because consecutively for 3 Fridays I have the MA exam. I'm in Chengdu, and I was studying for 1 year, and now the tension period has come. Just kidding. Right. So because of that, I won't be able to do it on upcoming Fridays. Until the end of this month. But we'll do it on every Thursday from 8 o'clock to 9:50. Right. Today I want to teach you about one thing that many people complain about. There are so many people complain. They say that they cannot keep the balance of their mind when the other people say bad things towards them. And sometimes because of that, we have seen so certain good meditators, even certain good meditators, they get into quarrels. In this manner, as beginners, it's normal sometimes that you lose the balance. Even though you develop it inside. But when you go live in the outside world, you have to face conflicts. When the other people say bad things, this is the way that you should think. You should think that even though the other people say bad things, you should see them as gifts that you don't accept. That's how Buddha asks us to see about those things. When the other people bring gifts to us, if we don't accept, those people have to keep those gifts with them. Similarly, we have to see the bad talks, bad kinds of verbal behaviors that the other people do, that the other people conduct. We should see them as gifts that they bring, bad gifts that they bring to give us. Then what you should do is you have to refuse. Mentally you will think, I'm not going to accept these bad words. But it doesn't mean you should not understand the meaning behind it. You have to understand the meaning behind it. But you should not take personally the angry words. When you eat coconut, right? You have to take the husk out, the husk out. But you can't get into the coconut water and the coconut flesh if you don't surpass the level of husk, right? Then you take the husk out. Then you take the outline. What do we call it? Shell. The shell out. The shell out, and then after that we can drink the coconut water and the flesh. Just like that, when people scold at you, you have to keep their bad words, the husks, you have to keep them out. And the shell, you have to keep the shell out too. You should, just like the person who enjoys coconut water and the coconut flesh, you have to take the meat. That's how you should live. If you focus on other people's bad words, then you can't live a peaceful life. People all are not like you. You are fortunate enough to meet this meditation practice. So I was fortunate, and later on, you are fortunate too. And we were fortunate enough to meet this practice. And we were fortunate enough to have the courage to practice this noble meditation technique. And then practicing it, we were fortunate enough to develop to a certain extent. We might not have been enlightened yet, but still we have gone to a certain level in our practice. So we should think about it, and we have to appreciate that. We have to appreciate our progress. But all are not like that. There are certain people who just go with, just live with, who decide to live with their negativities. Then when things happen, they don't have the ability to control them. When they don't have the ability to control them, what happens is, when incidents happen, since they haven't controlled they don't know to consciously reflect on their anger. When they don't know that that the anger has arisen inside them, what happens is they burst out. Then they tell angry words, bad words. Now you are experienced meditators. As experienced meditators, you have to take the husk out, the shell out, and enjoy. You should be clever enough to enjoy the coconut flesh and the coconut water. Right? Please be like that. Be a person who takes out coconut husk and the coconut shell, and who enjoys the coconut flesh and the coconut water. That's what you should do. When you practice mindful, loving kindness, it should be practical. When you live in the world, this is one way. This is one way that you live with loving kindness in the world. When there is a small fire, if you add more fuel to it, it is bound to grow. You should not be someone who add fuel to the fire. Instead, as a person who practice and so use your loving kindness in your day-to-day life, what you should do is you should be a person who is just like a firefighter. Instead of growing flames, growing fire. So you should be clever enough to get rid of the fires. How you do it? You have to understand the other people's weaknesses, and you have to be kind. So, so you have to be a person who takes the coconut husk and coconut chill out and enjoy coconut flesh and coconut water. Be like that. And then you will be a person who practice loving kindness practically in your day-to-day life too. Got it? Right. Please practice like that. And when the other people scold, don't get angry at once. Now you know what to do. Don't accept the gift and be a drinker of coconut water, eater of coconut flesh. Right. Now we are going to start today's meditation too. The senior students, please practice the second method of loving kindness meditation. How you do it? You spread your loving kindness towards the directions. Now anymore, you don't see people as parents, teachers, relatives, friends like that. You try to think about all the beings with loving kindness. And you'll try to spread your loving kindness to the directions, being in the directions. In the north direction, whoever the beings that are dwelling, that are living in the northern direction, without any discrimination, just like you spread your loving kindness towards your own son or daughter, you try to spread your sincere, pure loving kindness towards all the beings in the northern direction. And then you think of your southern direction, then beings in the east direction, west direction, and beings above you, and beings below. Towards all the beings, please spread loving kindness, which is unconditional, which is unconditional, and which is pure, which is sincere and honest. Right? And the new students who are joining online, I kindly request them to practice the basic meditation practice. The basic meditation, loving kindness meditation practice is, first you think of yourself and you spread loving kindness to yourself, thinking, may I be well, may I be happy, may I be peaceful. And then you think about your parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. And you spread your loving kindness, thinking, may my parents, teachers, relatives, and friends be well, be happy, be peaceful. And then you think about the neutral people who are not your friends and not your enemies. And you spread your loving kindness towards the neutral people. May all the neutral people be well, be happy, be peaceful. And then you think about the enemies. And you spread your loving kindness towards the enemies. May my enemies also be well, be happy, be peaceful. And finally, you think about all the beings. May all the beings be well, be happy, be peaceful. Like that, you spread your loving kindness towards all the beings. So, start from yourself and end in the session spreading loving kindness towards all the beings, right? That is for the newcomers. Now we are going to start today's meditation. Everyone, please keep your back straight, neck straight, and head straight. Please keep your right palm on your left palm. Take a deep breath. Let it go. Take another deep breath. Let it go. Take another deep breath. Let it go. And let your whole body to relax. Now please close your eyes. And first, I will pay our respect to the Buddha out of gratitude and respect. And after that, today we are going to start our silent meditation. Please concentrate. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Itimiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho Vijacharana sampanno Sugato lokamido Anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati Satta deva manusanam Buddho bhagavati Swakato bhagavata dhammo Sanditiko akaliko Ehi pasiko opanaiko Pachatang veditabbo Vinyuhiti Supanipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Unyupanipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Nyaya patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Samici patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Yadidang chattari purisa yugani Ate purisa puggala Ese bhagavato savaka sangho Ahuneyo pahuneyo Nachineyo anjali karaniyo Anuttarang punya kitang lokasati Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now everyone, with a very calm mind, with a very quiet mind, with an alert, very attentive mind, with a balanced and patient mind, a mind with full of loving kindness. Please start your meditation. If you are a new student, please practice the basic step of loving kindness meditation as I told you. If you are a senior student, if you are an old student, please practice the second step of loving kindness meditation. May your meditation practice be very, very successful. Everyone, please start your meditation. Bhavetu Sampe Mangelang Rakhantu Sampe Devatam Samme Buddhanupami Samme Dhammanupami Samme Sanghanupami Sada Sutti Bhavantu Te. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Everyone, very calmly and quietly, please open your eyes. Let your whole body to relax from top to bottom and bottom to top. Let your whole body to relax. Now please join your palms together and say 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear Dham friends, now you are gradually developing in your practice. Try to maintain the day-to-day practice continuously. Whatever it happens, so try to, so if you couldn't do at the time that you scheduled, and then please adjust. Please adjust and somehow make this a habitual action that you do every day, right? There are so many things that we have to handle nowadays. So much information, so many people, right? And when you have to deal with those information and those things, those people, then for sure at such times you feel distress. Then as a meditator, the best solution, the best solution, that is the daily practice. Every day you charge your battery. You charge your battery, so the mobile phone, if it doesn't have battery, so we can't use it anymore, right? So inside us too, when we deal with the other people, so not to get too much affected by their negative actions, negative words, and such kind of things, and to live in the world, whatever it happens, to live in the world with a balanced mind, your meditation will help immensely, your daily meditation. So understand it as a charging of your battery every day, right? So you are just like a phone and you charge your battery so that you gain the ability to stay balanced among various kinds of chaos that you face in the society, right? So please keep practicing every day. in the morning and in the evening during the scheduled time, right? Then I taught you about the 10 perfections and I completed it. Please distribute it. And then I made a small leaflet and distributed it among all of you. And for the online students, I'll email them. Then I hope that you you apply the 10 perfections into your day-to-day life, so that you will grow in your life more and more. Today, I'm going to teach you about another very important topic, which will be the last talk that I give. That is about fake friends and good friends. Now you are a good meditator and you are practicing for a long time. It is the time to become a good friend to the society. And at the same time, you have to be skillful enough to avoid bad friends. It doesn't mean you should not associate them, but you have to associate these fake friends at the hand's length. You have to recognize their fakeness, and you have to associate them, keeping them at the hand's length. At the same time, you have to understand. You have to recognize the true friends, which will be described later on, and then you have to recognize them and associate, so that you will gain various kinds of benefits in your life. You will be able to live your life comfortably, right? So first, let's learn about the fake friends and check whether you have any of those qualities, and try to, if you have, please try to avoid such kind of qualities. Who are the 4 kinds of fake friends? Number 1, the taker. If you have a pencil, online students, if you have a pencil or pen and a paper, you can write these things down. The first fake friend is the taker. The taker friend, he or she, that person is always ready, always associate you to take things. So that person is always ready, or that person is associating you to take things, but not to give things. Those kinds of friends are fake friends. They have 4 qualities. Number 1, so that person only thinks about taking things from the friend, but not giving. Sometimes they give a little, but they expect a lot. You know, there are certain friends, they give something very small, and it is also a long time ago. They gave it a long time ago. But after that, then they remind about that small thing, and they ask for more precious and valuable things from you, right? There are such kind of friends. They give a little, but expect more. That is also a feature of, that is also a nature of this fake friend, the taker. Third negative quality of the taker is performing duty out of fear. So that person is associating you, right? That person does things for you, thinking that he or she will lose the benefits that he or she will get from you. So they are afraid that such kind of fake friends, the taker friend, he or she is afraid that he or she will lose the benefits that person enjoy from you. So only because of the benefits that person associates. But actually inside, there is no friendship. And then always when that person doesn't offer service to the friend that much, even though that person offers any service, that person does it um, out of the mindset of taking something later on. That person does it, but inside the mind, always what works is, I want to take something uh, for the thing that I do for my friend, right? So because of these kinds of qualities, the taker friend is a fake friend, not a true friend, right? And the second fake friend is the talker. The talker. There are certain friends, they talk about various things, right? They talk, oh, I do this, I'll do that. When there is when there is nothing to do, but when there is something to be done, that person disappears and appears when everything is done, and they give excuses. They say, oh, you should have been told, you should have told me about this so 1 week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 1 month ago, 2 months ago, then I would have done that. I was so busy, even though that person didn't have anything. So that person says, oh, you should have told me about this earlier, but right now I cannot do anything. Um, then they give excuses that they are busy and they don't come, right? There are such kind of friends. They talk and talk and talk about helping the friend, but whenever the friend needs that friend, he or she disappears, right? This is the talker. The four negative qualities of that talker are um, by by reminding of past generosity. The talker always reminds about things that person gave in the past or did in the past, right? Oh, I did 10 years ago, I did this for you. Can you remember? But that person reminds it not to remind the past, but to get something, right? And then can you remember 10 years ago I gave you a toffee or one chocolate or something like that? They say, but they say that to get something out of it, and they promising future generosity, right? So whenever there is something, that person give excuses, and that person will promise that I will do something later on, right? But right now I can't come. Right? I will do it. I will do something later on, but right now I can't help. Right? Here, this person does it when that person has time. But sometimes in life there are good friends, but uh, things happen. When things happen to you, um, uh, they also have to face certain simultaneously at that very time. That person have to deal with certain other emergencies, so that person cannot do something for you. That's a different case. This is about a person who intentionally serves you with the future, but doesn't do anything, right? But still, that person calls you, tells you that he or she is a friend of you. And then mouthing empty words of kindness. Inside there is no kindness, but always talk about being kind to you, right? Being kind to you all the time. But inside there is no kindness at all, right? Then number 4, protesting personal misfortune well, when called on to help, right? Then sometimes you need something, right? You need something, and when you go and ask that friend, even though that person has, that person says, "No, I don't have." Right? Like that. That is the nature of the talk. That person talks a lot, but does nothing. With this nature, you have to understand this is a fake friend, and then you have to associate that person at the hands length. But you should not consider actually that person as a true friend. Right. Number 3, the flatterer. Right. The flatterer. The flatterer friend is the third fake friend. So this friend just consider about the benefits that person can gain from. For that, that person is ready to approve whatever thing that you do in your life. If you do a good thing, that person praises that. Even when you do a bad thing, that person praises that, and doesn't give you advices and doesn't try to prevent you from doing that bad thing. So thinking that if I do so, then I will lose the benefits, the benefits that person get from the friend, right? So the flatterer. These are the negative qualities of flatterer. By supporting both bad and good behavior indiscriminate, this person supports good action, supports and praises and encourages to do good and bad actions. So of the friend. So without any discrimination, right? And then praising you to your face and putting you down behind your back. That person talks nice things in front of you. Oh, you are a very nice person, very good person, excellent person, kind-hearted person, and like that. So when lay people get together, they say various kinds of things. So that person, so with those kinds of terms, that person praises you, right? But when you are not there, so among your friends and the others, what that person does is that person backbites. That person talks bad about you. This is the nature of the flatterer, right? So I told you about three fake friends. Who's the first one, Priya? The taker. Nasif?
Second, talker.
Talker. Flatterer, Sriyan's right. And then I'm going to tell you about the fourth one. Then, so the fourth bad friend is the most dangerous. The nature of the fourth bad friend is whenever you are about to do bad things, that person is with you, right? But whenever you are going to do good things, that person is not with you. That person encourages and participates in bad act. So that person encourages you in doing bad things, and not only that, that person participates. But when you have about do good things, that person tries to prevent you, and at the same time discourages you. At the same time, that person doesn't participate. So therefore, the Buddha gives a name to this friend. Buddha calls that friend Apaya Sahaya. The 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 supporter of hell. The supporter of hell. The person who drags you to the hell. When you want to gamble, that person is there. When you want to take intoxicants, right, that person is there. And when you want to do, there are so many other bad activities people do. Whenever there is something, that person is there. Whenever you scold someone, that person is there, right? Whenever you are to fight, that person is there to fight. But that person is not trying to take you in the right direction, right? So the reckless companion can be identified by 4 things, right? So that person accompany you in drinking intoxicants, right? And that person roams with you during the not right time, right? Then during the wrong time, that person roams around, roams with you. Then that person engages in just party, right? And gambling, such kind of thing. Then, like that person only engages in bad things, but not in good things. Therefore, this is the most dangerous friend, right? Because these kinds of friends, um, sometimes certain friends, the friends that associate them, they also get into difficulties. They also sometimes lose their life. I remember there was one Thai young man uh, who joined a group of friends. They were bad friends. They were roaming around. They had most of these bad habits, and they encouraged them to do it. One day, the other friends um, encouraged him to participate in a looting. They wanted to loot. They wanted to loot one shop. Then at that time, unexpectedly, the house owners, they also got the signal, and they came outside. They came to the shop, and a fight ensued between the robbers and the shop owners, and one person died. One person died because of these robbers, and then they ran. But finally, they were caught, and several other friends who participated in this robbery, they gave the responsibility. They kept the responsibility on this young Thai man. Thai young. Finally, he was because of the murder, he was given the death sentence, and then he passed away. He died. He was executed. Right. I'm talking about an incident which happened many years ago. Right. Maybe a decade ago. If you want to know about his life, you can read the book called The Last Breath, which was written by Bantyajan Pasan. Right. Have you heard of the story? The story about the king and the monkey, the friendship between the king and the monkey? No? All right. Mr. Howard, have you heard of it? Right. Miss Kim, Mrs. Liz, Christian, Neha, Bus.
I have not heard of it.
I haven't
Right.
either.
No.
Right. Let me tell you. In
I
brief.
haven't either.
Yeah. Once a king had a friend who was a monkey. Wherever this king goes, the monkey went along with him. Then one day, both of them went to a faraway village, and the king wanted to sleep. the king wanted to sleep. So he asked all his security guards, his royal guards, to protect him from outside dangers. And he sent everybody outside. And he took his royal sword and he kept it so close by. And he started sleeping. The only person who was with him was the monkey. And after a while, what happened? A small bee came inside that house, and then this bee started flying around the head of that king. The king he couldn't sleep well. So he even then with sleepiness, what he did was he was trying to get rid of that bee. The monkey saw this, and the monkey thought, I should help him. So what he did was he took the sword out and gathering his entire strength, so he gave a very strong shot, right? Strike. He struck at the bee with his entire might, entire strength. You can understand what happened. The bee, it flew away, but the sword went all the way. It couldn't control the speed. It went all the way and cut the king's neck. The king died at that very spot. So this is what happened. So bad friends are just like monkeys. The monkey, right? And foolish friends, they are just like the king. They always get their neck cut because of the monkeys. I mean the bad friends. So we have to be very careful. We have to be very careful when we associate friends, right? Especially the fourth friend, the reckless friend, the the friend from the hill, right? Once again, I want to remind, it doesn't mean you should not help them. If they need help, you help them just like you help the other people. But you don't keep that person inside your close circle, right? Your close circle. And then there are 4 kinds of true friends that you need to recognize and associate. Right? Number 1, the protector friend. The protector friend is a person who protects you all the time. Whenever you are in dangers, that person is the first person who reaches you, who talks to you, who encourages you, and who tries to save you, right? Then, there are 4 kinds of qualities of a friend, of a protector friend. Number 1, that person protects you when you are heedless. Sometimes you also can go wrong in wrong directions in your life, but still that person stands with you and tries to protect you, right? Tries to protect you, your wealth, your family, so your property, everything, right? Then that is the first quality. And second quality is that person protects your wealth when you are going in the wrong direction, and that person protects you when you are in danger. And whenever you need something, right? Whenever you need the fourth quality, whenever you need something, that person is ready to give you twice like the amount that you ask, right? If you ask for $1, that person is ready to give you $2, right? But you have to understand this. There will be certain friends uh, who want to do like that, but they don't have to. They don't have the capability to do it. You have to recognize such kind of friends too. You should not misunderstand them as friends, so who are not willing to give. But actually, they are willing to give a lot, but they cannot, right? So you have to recognize such kind of friends. Then that is the first friend, the protect, first true friend, the protect. Then the second true friend is the enduring friend, the friend that endures. So this friend's nature is whatever the secrets that friend does have, without any hesitation, that person reveals those secrets to you. And at the same time, so that person keeps your secrets safely with that person. Whenever you told a secret, that person keeps it inside himself, even though when both of you get angry, even at such times, even though you become uh, enemies later on, even at such times, that person doesn't reveal those secrets to the other. This is the nature of enduring friend, the endurer, the person who tolerates, right? And the third friend is the wise advice. The wise advice. When you are doing bad things, that person is there and instructs you. That's the wrong thing. Don't do that. When you do good things, that person encourages you. All right, that's a nice thing. Please do it. Right? And that person tempts you to do more new good things. Right? That is the third good friend, third true friend, the wise advice. Right? Then the fourth good friend, the loyal, compassionate friend. That is the best. The loyal, compassionate friend. So when you are in misfortune, in danger, that person is not happy, right? Even though the other people laugh at you, that person doesn't laugh at you, right? The other people might laugh, but that person won't laugh, right? And then rejoices in your good fortune. When you are in good condition, when you have some wealth, right? When you are successful in your occupational life, right? When you are successful in your family life, when you are successful in your educational life, they are happy, and that happiness comes at the bottom of that person's heart. That is the specialty. So when then the third quality is when the other when the other people tell bad things about that person, defends you. That person defends you, and that person doesn't allow the other people to talk bad about you. And at the same time, when the other people say good things about you, that person praises. When the other people say good things about you, that person encourages them to say good things. who thinks more about you. So there are four kinds of good friends, four kinds of true friends, four kinds of good friends. Who is the first one? Bipul, the protector. Who is the second one, Mr. Huad? Second good friend, Mr. Huad. Miss Lees?
The enduring friend.
Yes, the enduring friend. Then Miss Kim, third friend, third good friend. Right. Christian?
The wise advice friend?
Yes, the wise advisor friend. And Mr. Bas, fourth one. Neha?
Yep.
Yes,
Compassionate friend, loyal, compassionate friend.
yes, the loyal, compassionate friend. So whenever you see such friends, we have to recognize them according to their characteristics, and then you have to associate them. That's good for your this life and for your next life, and throughout your life you can live comfortably if you are surrounded by good friends. If you don't have enough good friends, even though you have one, be happy that you have a good friend. So associating one good friend is better than associating thousands of bad friends, right? Because when we associate bad friends, the current life, so the life that you are leading, it get troubled, and sometimes your life can get destroyed too. But whenever you associate even one good friend, that person can make your life comfortable, happy, and successful. That person can help you to live with peace. So avoid fake friends and associate good friends. Right? Now we are going to finish. Everyone, please think. Once again, I want to apologize for changing dates. Since I have the exam, I cannot do if there are new meditators joined. Then I cannot do the meditation on Fridays. Therefore, that's why I am conducting it on Thursdays, right? For upcoming 2 Thursdays too, we will have the meditation program on Thursdays. We will begin at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. And then we will finish it around 9:15, even though 9:15 it takes. So please keep another 10-15 minutes ahead. Then maybe not right around 9:25, we will finish the program, right? So that's what I wanted to notify you. Now everyone, please think. Together, all of us gathered here and practiced this noble meditation technique, and we accumulated a lot of positive energy. By the power of all this positive energy, please think, may our troubles be away. May all the good things happen in our lives. May we be able to develop beautiful, positive qualities within. And may be able to practice this noble Dhamma practice. And practicing the Dhamma path, may all of us be able to attain real peace, real happiness, purification of mind, Nibbana. With those thoughts, everyone, please join your palms together and concentrate. I'm going to bless you. Abhivadana Selisa Nichang Vada Pachainu Chataro Dhamma Vadante Ayuvangno Sukhang Balang Ayurarogya Sampatti Sagga sampatti me vache. Ato nibbana sampatti. Imenati samijjato. May you all be well. May you all be happy. May you all be very, very peaceful. Very, very peaceful. Good night, everyone. Take rest and see you again on next Thursday, not Friday, right? At 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock. Good night. Right. Then, good night, Miss Liz. Right. Good night, Miss Kim.
Good night, Bante. Thank you so much.
May you be happy. May you be happy, Miss Kim.
You
Good night,
too.
Mr. Bus.
Good night, Bante. Thank you.
May you be happy. Good night, Neha.
Good night, Bhante.
Good
And all the
night.
best for your exam.
May you be happy. Good night, Christian.
Have a good night, Bante. Thank you.
May you be happy. Good night, Miss Diane.
Good night, Bante. Thank you so much. Thank
May
you.
you be happy. Good night, Mrs. Liz. Right.
Oh, they're gone. They leave?